Does that make sense? I just speak a lot. As division director, I have 27 clubs that I have to check up on, and for some reason, every single time I go to those clubs, they want me to give them 5 to 7 minutes. Can't really say no. So you do it. Yes, ma'am.
So is it a new thing to print out the evaluation forms, pay the speaker to print out the evaluation forms and give it to who they were evaluating?
Yes, and let me see if I've got it actually. If I've got it, life will be so much easier because I might have the evaluation form here. Sorry for the Del Campo stuff. Let's just do it this way. Oh yeah. The evaluation form is a 3-page document now.
Oh, wow.
And it has a lot of more information given to you. So I'm going to pull one up. That way you can see what it is. When you do this, it's easier to simply remember it. Showing you live and in person works out well. All right, pathways, go to base camp. Already there, go to base camp. So if just to show you, your education transcript comes up, everything that you've done is there. So these are all the things that I have done, just with pathways. And you have to make sure that you can keep up with it as you go. And then you can view certificates for being an ambassador and a guide, people that are, and it pops up like that. That's what the certificate looks like when it pops up for you. And so it prints out like that for you. It's pretty cool because they've already got the international president stuff on there for you, ready to go. Part is you've got to go back through it. So let's go down to where I'm at. Open curriculum. Okay. Activate. Launch. Pop up. Toastmasters International is not very fast. Right now, they're getting ready for all the spring conferences and all that fun stuff, so their systems are down pretty heavy. So here's the path, and we're going to say begin. We're going to pass through project checklist. You want to print that out. Here's your assess your skills, competencies, telling a story, all the things you want to read as you go through, and then value of telling a story. Really tells you everything, how to know your audience. You're going to tell a joke, all these kind of fun things that you're going to do in this path. evaluation resource. Okay. So this says, you don't mind if I sit down? Okay, all right. Violating Toastmasters.
Alright.
So
All right.
this is what it looks like. This is the very first page. So you'll notice that it has the member name, the evaluator saying the date, the speech time is already there for you. Speech title goes across there. The purpose statement for this particular speech is already written out. Purpose of this project is to begin developing a collection of humorous stories and present a speech that includes humor. Okay? Then it goes a step further and gives notes for the evaluator, which is always helpful. This says the member completing the project is working to add humor to a speech through anecdotes and stories. Okay? This speech should not be a report on the content of the Know Your Sense of Humor project. General comments you excelled at, you may want to work on and to challenge yourself. Everybody heard of the compliment sandwich?
Yeah.
It's kind of out now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Good, work on, good,
Yeah.
you're done. Well, now it's, you excelled at this. I so enjoyed this particular part of your speech. However, you may want to work on this and to challenge yourself for your next speech to make it that big, knock it out of the park. There's the next, you need to work, probably should do this. Here's the part that everybody likes. That's the evaluation right there. No longer you have to think for yourself and write it all out how you thought and felt at that point. It gives you very clear things: clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, comfort level, interest, and humor. All of those are the same for every speech you give.
Oh, wow.
1 through 5. How many of us are going to be exemplary in every single one of those? So don't be afraid to give somebody a 3. I prefer 3s. Why? Because if I gave a perfect speech, I'd be giving more than just one TED Talk.
Good question.
Yes, ma'am.
So, under the pathways, the speaker gives the evaluator the form. What if they don't bring the form and give it to the evaluator?
Then they write it on a piece of paper.
Just write it up, because that's always going to be that 5.
Here's this. This is what makes these so good as evaluations. Now, just so you know, the books were compiled in 3 years. Every book that you as a legacy member has went through was built and set up in 3 years. Pathways has taken 7 years till they were ready to launch. And they're still working on it. So it's an ever-evolving process. Here's what makes it so much better than old forms. Now it tells you the criteria for how you pick each one. A 3 is spoken language is clear and is easily understood. How many of us think that's one of the greatest things you can hope for in a speech? Being clear and easily understood. That's amazing. But as you develop your skills, you will see 4s and 5s. You just can't really do any self-value to anybody or a speaker by giving them all 5s. And that's that. That's what the evaluation is. Yes, sir.
So this evaluation form has to be done manually, cannot be done online? Is that what
You can.
So you can do
You
it?
can do it online. There are, in the VPE,
Oh,
you can go in and print generic evaluation forms. They
Gotcha.
don't specifically say to that speech. They're generic.
Mm-hmm.
The VPE has that ability.
Oh, the VPE, okay.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Oh, the Secretary of the President.
Okay.
And sometimes we bring them on our club just in case somebody gets busy. Life gets in the way.
Right.
Oh man, I forgot to print my evaluation, and we have one for them. Otherwise, we write it on a piece of paper, and they can bring in the evaluation, and they can upload that piece of paper as well.
Oh, okay.
And then
So you're, go ahead, I'm sorry. So you would scan it in? Is that what you're saying? Upload? Oh, really? Okay.
You can scan it in, it goes right into your feedback in my evaluation section, and it's there forever.
Gotcha. It's good.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you don't do that, then you just hand the speaker the evaluation that you gave after you're done doing your evaluation, and then
Correct.
Mhm.
Any other questions or comments?